Did the children say anything strange to you? Actually, this story is gradually shared by netizens. After getting married in 2002, Xiao Man's cousin and his wife started a business from scratch, and the business was also good. In 2004, a chubby boy named Xiao Jiang was born, and the family lived a happy life. In the summer of 2008, because the cousin's father wanted to see his grandson, one day when their business was relatively idle, the couple took their child to visit the elderly. The old man lived in the countryside and grew some vegetables himself, and he specially picked vegetables from the field when he left. Then Xiao Man and her cousin, they took the child home for dinner, and the cousin's family happily picked the vegetables. The cousin and his wife took the children to wait for the bus at the village entrance. At 6 p.m. in 2008, the rural bus stopped. It was already 6:30. The cousin was very anxious because he still had work to do when he went back, and the family of 3 could only wait. Finally, around 7 o'clock, a black car came. This black car was going to the county, just the way, and the driver stopped to let the cousin and his wife get on the car. A truck can carry up to 7 people at a time, but there were already 6 people in the car at the time. The driver wanted to make more money and let everyone squeeze up, let Xiao Man and his sister-in-law hold the child. But this Xiao Jiang, who has always been very well behaved, refused to get on the car, no matter how coaxed. The cousin was very anxious and urged his wife to hold the child to get on the car quickly. There was no way. Xiao Man's sister-in-law forcibly held Xiao Jiang on the car. After the child got on the car, he started to cry, crying in all kinds of ways. It was useless for the people in the car to coax him. His sister-in-law coaxed him impatiently and asked him what was wrong. Xiao Jiang said let the parents change positions, which would be very troublesome for the cousin. But Xiao Jiang was persistent and kept crying. Finally, the people in the car couldn't stand it and said to change positions, "You cry like this, it's very annoying." The driver stopped the car again. Xiao Jiang asked his mother to hold him and sit in the co-pilot seat of the driver, and let his father sit in the third row on the left. After changing positions, Xiao Jiang really stopped crying, and the driver started to drive again. But less than 5 minutes later, Xiao Jiang started crying again. Because he wanted to urinate, his mother wanted him to hold on, but the driver was like a devil and didn't stop the car, saying it would be there soon. After enduring for a while, Xiao Jiang suddenly stopped crying. Then, the car drove for about 5 minutes, and a large truck rushed out from the right side of the truck and hit the truck directly. The cousin suddenly woke up with a thud because he was too sleepy. After waking up, he saw that the roof was gone, then looked to the right, and the 2 people sitting next to him, one head was gone, and one head was only half left, and the blood splashed on him. At that time, Xiao Man's sister-in-law covered the child's eyes and didn't let him see, and immediately rushed out of the car with her husband, called 110 on the side of the open space, and then checked whether the child was injured. There were 9 people in the car, including the driver, and only 4 people survived in the car accident, and the rest died on the spot. Exaggeratedly, Xiao Man's cousin's family did not have skin injuries, and the driver's scalp was torn from the forehead. At that time, everyone was scared silly. When the traffic police and 110 came, they asked if the cousin's family was injured and if they needed to go to the hospital. But the cousin just wanted to go home at the time, and finally the police car took them home. Well, the mood calmed down a bit on the 3rd day. The cousin suddenly asked his son why he didn't get on the car at the time. Guess what Xiao Jiang said? He said that when he got on the car, he saw that all the people in the car had no heads. The cousin and his wife's legs were soft at the time. That day, they went to the local temple to worship. But it has been 20 years now, and the whole family is very healthy, and nothing special has happened. Later, the place where they had the car accident, a car accident occurred at the same place and the same time for 5 consecutive days. Finally, it was the county traffic police brigade that asked someone to deal with it, and there was no more accident. Until now, Xiao Man is still very curious. He is curious why Xiao Qiang didn't say what he saw when he got on the car. Why does he know where to sit? Will be fine. Through my telling so many stories, I analyzed the Xiao Qiang. It is very likely that someone said something to him, which saved their family. Well, I am simple. See you next story.